You are all spiritual beings, and nothing can change that. November 23, 2014. As all the channels are telling you, the event is incredibly close. Keep holding your light on high and intend in each moment to be only loving. You can do it because you are doing it. And that is why the event is almost upon you. You, all of you, even those who appear to you as dark, are simply and powerfully bringing it on. So congratulations are in order, and we are showering them down on you incessantly. Just be willing to receive them because you truly have earned them. Do not embrace the gloom and doom that so much of the mainstream media dishes out because that just drains your energy. Focus on the vast quantity of loving occurrences that are happening daily all across the planet, the stuff the mainstream ignores because it is so boring. Yawn. They want explosions, and crashes, kidnappings, and other disasters, the more the better, and when you focus your attention there, you help to bring them about. You also add energy to maintain the illusion, and you really do not want to do that. You are in physical form at present to dissolve it, not to support it. Its time is past and you are on Earth to bring the insane game playing to a terminal conclusion because that is the collective will. It has always been God's will, but He does not control, manipulate, or interfere. He allows. And now that allowing is paying off, you have all decided to return to oneness and the infinite joy that state provides. All bad news is an essential part of the illusion, it is its lifeblood, and when you pay undue attention to it you are giving it a transfusion. Over the last few decades, because of the increasing numbers of you who have turned to the light, to your spiritual paths, and made a point of trying to be loving rather than judging, you have succeeded in bringing about enormous changes all across the world. The older ones among you only need look back to their childhood to see clearly that tremendous changes for the good of humanity have been happening with increasing frequency since that time in their lives. It is wonderful. Be conscious of the wonders that are occurring on your planet because that raises your energy signature to a higher frequency, allowing love to flow through you more freely, and therefore more abundantly, which is your spiritual task. You were created with only one purpose, namely to live in constant joy in the company of your Father. And you did that. Then you had an idea. What if I separated from Him and went off on my own? That would surely give me enormous freedom. And by imagining it you brought that insane dream of separation in your mind to life and split yourself off into myriad pieces. And then you fell into a state of horrifying confusion, panicked, and started to play your games of winning and losing, against yourself, because of the intense guilt and fear that that unreal state engendered. It was so terrifying that you decided to enter into a state of deep sleep where you could totally deny your true nature. And so the unreal state of separation from God became increasingly real to you, and as it did so your fear intensified. The way out of the fear and terror that nightmares cause is to awaken. And that, dear ones, is what you are in the process of doing. There are seductions and enticements that are attempting to draw you back into this nightmare, but the light within each one of you is now burning far too brightly to be hidden any longer. It is waking you up. And to awaken is what you have been yearning to do since the separation first occurred. The intensity of that yearning has finally reached such a vividness, in fact such a fever pitch, that it can no longer be ignored or denied. You will wake up. Here in the spiritual realms we have been nudging you, prodding you, and poking you for a very long time, but the depth of your sleep kept you unaware, anesthetized. Finally the anesthetic, the sleeping draft is wearing off, the sleeper stirs, and awakening will shortly occur. The sight of you stirring gladdens our hearts, because we have not enjoyed watching you suffer the terrors of your nightmare. So, as we keep on reminding you, hold your light on high by being loving in every moment. When you really focus on that intent, it is very effective in helping you to change yourselves from egoic judgmental beings into spiritual beings finding your way home. Of course you are all spiritual beings, and nothing can change that, but many have been living egoically for so long that they have utterly forgotten what it means to be spiritual. It means to be love in action, which is the only action that there is. Any other actions are unreal. As you remember to be loving, and demonstrate love in action, your energy field changes to reflect and extend that love to all with whom you connect in any way at all, and so by changing yourselves, you are changing the world and dissolving all that is not in alignment with love. When you have completed this task that you undertook willingly and enthusiastically eons ago, the illusion will be gone, poof. And you will then find yourselves very much awake, unimaginably awake and alert and filled with the joy that is your natural state, the state in which you were created and from which you have never departed. With a fabulous prospect to entice you towards wakefulness, why would you remain asleep a moment longer? Children always wake very early on Christmas Day, their birthdays, or on other days of celebration because they know that it is to be a most wonderful day, and they cannot wait for it to start. So, as Jesus said to you seemingly so long ago, although in truth it was only a moment ago, unless you become like little children, you cannot enter the kingdom of heaven. So do it. Become like little children, let go of the corruption of the ego games that have contaminated you and filled you with fear and guilt. You only have to choose to let go, and all that corruption, all that distraction, all that unreal emotional baggage will slip away, and you will be left with only your carry-ons. And, because you are moving to a place where all your needs are perfectly understood and provided for, you will shortly be able to release your hold on that irritating carry-on as well, which seems suddenly to have grown far too heavy to carry. Let it go and awaken. With so very much love, Saul. Channeled by John Smallman. johnsmallman.wordpress.com